was a mistake for you to tell me that this movie was available. This is all your fault.
No, my fault.
I was testing you. You're supposed to protect me.
Hey, man, I was like, you know my feelings about Teen Titans Go. I was like...
That you think it's the greatest thing in the world, yo. See, I was trying to do you a favor. I know you like comic books and riffing during movies and Space Jam and Bugs Bunny. This movie technically has all of those things.
Jesus Christ. You know, when you put it that way, yeah, you'd think this movie would be right up my alley. So why does it suck?
Well, we've been keeping it vague so far. Don't give away how we really felt about this. Oh my God. Yeah, so I was over on Vudu so we could see what's streaming before we go see Black Widow later. I'm like, ooh, this says here that coming June 27th is Teen Titans Go See Space Jam. When that comes out, we're gonna have to watch it. And you go, actually, I think that aired already. You might be able to find it on some site. I'm like, huh. Me being not having all of my coffee and not judging things correctly, go online like, look, there it is. We should watch it. What kind of friend are you? You're supposed to stop me with self-destructive behavior. You're supposed to take my laptop and throw it in the pool. You can see the pool from the window. That's why it's there.
I should have.
To ruin my electronical devices, to keep me from watching other cartoon characters watch Space Jam.
The ends justify the means, I'm just saying.
Oh, man. First of all, the title of this is a lie. They don't go see Space Jam, they watch it at home. So right away, it's already starting with 0 stars. I don't say, I'm gonna go see Cheers. I say, I'm gonna watch Cheers on this VHS I have at home that I taped from 1987. How's that for a title? Okay, here's the deal with this. Oh, and yeah, also, I wasn't sure what to expect going into this. I was like, is this gonna be like, I don't know, the Space Jam equivalent of Detroit Rock City, where it's about a group of people, like, going to see a Kiss concert, but then adventures happen. Is that gonna be like this? We're gonna go see Space Jam, and then all kinds of nothing is going to happen. Because if your plan is to go see Space Jam, your day's really not that full anyway.
Sure.
Trust me, this is how we started our day, with other people watching Space Jam.
I've seen enough episodes of Teen Titans Go to know that this would not be very good. In fact, 2 weeks ago when it aired on Cartoon Network, I avoided it. I was like, yep, nope, not going to be tuning in on that day.
I've only seen the movie.
Really?
The Teen Titans Go movie. Which I liked, honestly.
It was better than...
It was a lot better than this.
Yeah, oh God. I mean, but that's just it. What you just witnessed is what you can expect from the show.
Oh, they're just watching other things?
Well, some episodes, yeah.
Fantastic.
Some episodes are like that, yeah.
I probably would watch these characters watch Caligula. An ass doesn't go on the stomach, yo.
Oh my God, that would be amazing,
Yeah.
actually.
Whoa, time out. That really is a pregnant woman giving birth. Ouch, that looks like it hurts, yo.
Why is the flower in the anus?
Yeah. He ad-libbed the flower being put in the anus, much like we do with Robin when he goes to sleep.
That would be amazing.
Something about this. Teen Titans Go See Space Jam, in which it is just them watching Space Jam. Something about it, I just knew the first line in the movie would be, "What's that, yo?" And sure enough, it is. Because the Teen Titans are just hanging out, and then the aliens from Space Jam show up. Because, I don't know, maybe they also haven't seen Space Jam in 25 years. I feel so bad for you doing this when you're like, this is actually the first time I've seen Space Jam and like since I was 12 years old. I'm like, ooh, that's like going, hey, you want to relive the magic of Space Jam? Well, you can watch it, but it's in the middle of a daycare center when we've given all of them king-size Snickers. You're technically going to be watching Space Jam. You might be a little bit distracted. The aliens show up and Cyborg's like, that's the aliens of Space Jam. thanks. And which made me think, I guess in this universe, Space Jam's like a documentary where these aliens do exist. The events in this movie does happen. So it could have been an Academy Award contending documentary in the universe of Teen Titans Go See Space Jam. Then one of the characters is like, I haven't seen Space Jam. Which the logical next answer should have been, well, you'll see about 45 minutes of it here in the next 90 minutes because we'll be fasting forward through a lot of it.
Right.
As the characters do when they're watching Space Jam. And Cyborg goes, you haven't seen it? It's the greatest sports movie of all time. Which he says it's one of his favorite movies, but still fast forward through a lot of it. He goes, it's my favorite movie. Boring. Click. If he wants to watch the greatest sports movie of all time, they should have been watching Major League. Just saying, it would have been funny if they just pause and go, see, he was right, yo. It is really bad to steal Joe Boo's rum. What were your feelings on Teen Titans Go See Space Jam?
Sorry, no, I guess I should talk more. I just don't know what to say. Like I said, a couple weeks ago, whenever this aired, I avoided it because this show is just so stupid. And yet there are moments like in Teen Titans Go to the Movies where it charms you. They have jokes that land on occasion, and you're just kind of like,
yeah,
all right, Teen Titans Go. I'll grant you that chuckle. You kind of got me there, but
you mean the jokes didn't land for you, where this whole thing was just it's really not so much of a riff, to be perfectly honest. Yeah. It's more like world's most obvious pop-up video.
Yeah.
Where they'll go a while without saying anything, and it'll just kind of feel like I'm watching Space Jam that has a Teen Titans logo in the corner for some reason. And I'm like, what a weird way to watermark this movie. But then they'll come in randomly and like kind of surprise me every now and then, because again, like I said, I'll sort of forget that I'm watching a quote trivia riff of this movie, but it'll just be things like the villain from Space Jam comes up, so they'll pause it and go, that's Danny DeVito. He was in Batman Returns. Wah, 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 wah. I gotta start doing it. I didn't know it was this easy to do this kind of thing. I just gotta start doing this on the Cinema Snob now. These are the only kind of interjections that I'll make, where like there'll be the Patton reference in this movie where they pause and go, that's a reference to Patton, yo. Bugs Bunny comes in, oh look, that's Bugs Bunny.
If you do that on the Cinema Snob, that would be amazing.
Hey, he just blew smoke in Michael Jordan's face. He really is evil. Yeah, on the sort of, if I review Hellraiser Hellworld, I won't make any jokes. I'll just come in and be like, he's called Pinhead. I bet it's because he's got a lot of pins in his head, yo. That's Henry Cavill. You might know him from Superman. That was after his role in... that was after his role in Hellraiser Hellworld.
He was in Hellraiser?
Yeah, he's in Hellraiser Hellworld.
I didn't know that.
See, I am teaching you something. I can be really obvious, and then... But someone's still learning something. But then in this, they'll only kind of half tell you something. Like, there's the Patricia Heaton and Dan Castellaneta cameo.
Yeah.
And they say who Patricia Heaton is.
Yeah.
And then they come in with Dan Castellaneta, and they say, they pause it to go, Dan Castellaneta, is the voice of which bumbling character? If you said Robin, well, you're wrong. And look, I know the answer's obvious, but then they don't give what the actual answer is. And sure, it's an obvious answer, but that doesn't take away from all the other obvious shit this is the riff where they go, that's Bugs Bunny.
Right. They literally spoon feed you everything but like Dan Castellaneta.
Yeah, Wayne Knight comes in. They go, oh, yo, man, that's that fool from Jurassic Park. Not Seinfeld watchers,
right, yeah,
I guess. Yeah. It would have been hilarious to see if I would have done it. I would have come in and be like, "What? That's that fool from the 6 o'clock news." I only cater my references to the two people who are gonna get it.
Right,
Only
I was
myself
gonna say.
and Wayne Knight are gonna get the reference to the 6 o'clock news.
Wayne Knight's probably watching this right now like, yes!
Thank you. Someone remembers the sketch movie that wasn't Kentucky Fried Movie or the Groove Tube. Hey, someone remembers the 6 o'clock news. I hope that this would also serve as like a finale to Teen Titans Go. Because,
unfortunately, no.
Well, it could if you just... This movie has 11 minutes worth of end credits on it. And right before the end credits, the evil aliens from Space Jam take away the powers of the Teen Titans, and they absorb the powers.
Oh no,
of the
they
Teen
did that
Titans.
halfway through the
But
episode.
they do it at the end. Well, I guess technically, because half of this movie is the ending credits. But they become the Teen Titans, in which they send the Teen Titans presumably to hell in a portable hole. Then it cuts to the end credits. The mid whatever scenes are in the mid credits, because I'm assuming there's a lot, probably will explain what happened to them. I say you cut it off before then, so you can just assume our characters are now dead and have been taken over by the villains of Space Jam, and this serves as a proper series finale.
Do you know how, like, back about a decade ago, you'd come up to the apartment and I'd have Reba on the background?
Yeah.
Because in the background because I was watching something prior to
Reba.
Prior to Reba, yeah.
I was watching Grace Under Fire. It's not my fault Reba came on after.
Basically, that's kind of how it would go with me and Teen Titans Go. I'd have it on Cartoon Network for something previous, because I am kind of a fan of shows like Craig of the Creek and Amazing World of Gumball.
Yeah.
But then this crap show would come on, and I would just kind of like, I'd keep it on, but I'd just go do something else. And like I said, there are some episodes that would kind of catch my eye. Like, I think the premise of an idea of like them making references to Space Jam would kind of get my
or if it's about them actually going to go see Space Jam.
Right, yeah.
And they have to fight monsters on
Yeah.
the way to the movie theater.
Yeah.
Or if when Zack Snyder's Justice League came out, the only reason it's 4 hours is because halfway through, Cyborg decides to tell him his favorite movie is Space Jam, and they all have to watch it. In which halfway through, he leans over and is just like, "That's Bill Murray."
That would have been great.
If you don't like Teen Titans Go, and you don't like Space Jam, and you don't like riffs, which with that third one, I'm surprised you're on our channel, but thank you. If you don't like all three of those things, congratulations. You finally found a movie that is going to play on a repeat in hell when you die. Unless you're a good Samaritan, you go to heaven.
Here's the thing, though. I like all of those. I liked the original Teen Titans.
Oh, I was referring to Teen Titans Go.
Well, yeah.
See, if you go to heaven, they'll be showing Teen Titans. And the better Looney Tunes movies, like the Looney Bugs Bunny movie, or Fantastic Island, or Quackbusters, or one of those. And you can watch them separately so that one's not talking over the other, unless that's your thing. What grade do you give this? What a weird thing to assign a grade to. But what grade do you give this?
D-. I can't give it the F, because like I said, there's just moments where okay, they get the occasional, like, all right, you got me there, but for the most part,
any laugh I got was just a laugh from Space Jam. was just
Actually, I guess you're right.
Was just a laugh from Space Jam. And there was one moment within them talking that I did kind of appreciate, which was one thing that I like about watching Space. I don't love Space Jam. I don't hate it, but I don't love it. I think it's perfectly suitable.
What do you mean, bro? Fucking Space Jam, son.
Yeah, I think it's just like that. I think it's a perfect time capsule of 1996. So it's worth watching in that regard. But I also love watching the basketball sequence and the climax just to look at the background and all the characters that are back there and spotlighting the Easter eggs of really obscure characters that are in the stands.
Yeah.
And one funny thing about looking at that, I think Dave and I even mentioned this when we did a midnight screenings of Space Jam, which was like, it's funny looking to see which characters are pasted. Like, you see Claude the cat like twice in the same frame. Yeah. They actually point that out in this. The Teen Titans do, so I appreciated that. But then they didn't reference the amazing shadow that Corey Coleman animated for the Iron Lung, like the most important piece of trivia about the movie, and they totally didn't say anything about it. So I'll give it a D. I'll just give it a D, because at least they talked about like the audience in the stands, and it said it was 82 minutes, but it's actually 70. So I appreciate that the ending credits are so long that I can duck out about 12 minutes early. So that was Brad and Jerrid talk about Teen Titans going to see Space Jam, but not really going to see Space Jam. Just staying at home because it's probably raining outside.
Dude, please put that all in text. Like,
yeah. I'm not going to do that.
Damn it.
I'm going to be lazy like this and do nothing. I'll just cut it to a black screen.